Is it hard, or is it hard? Or is it hard?
Desires, desires, desires of diamond. Desires, 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 desires of diamond. Oh yeah.
Hi everyone, my name is Diamond. Welcome to Desires of Diamond. Round of applause. Yay! Okay, I know it has been forever since I've been on here. I know. I'm hiding. But I have some exciting news. I just finished my first year of medical school. I really need a round of applause now. Okay, cute. There you go. And we're good. Yes, so I just finished M1, now I'm on to M2. We did that. Yeah. Wait. Before I start, I know I'm not on YouTube as much, so if you ever want to reach me, one of the best ways is to follow my blog page, which is Desires of Diamond as well. It's on Instagram, so just go to Instagram, type in Desires of Diamond, and you can follow me there. And I post like much more throughout school on there, so I'm not completely gone. Also, you can follow my TikTok. I just made a TikTok. It's called Desires of Diamond as well. See how easy I make it for y'all? Everything is literally the same name. But back to the topic at hand. Let's talk about first year. Let's talk about how it went. So first I'm gonna touch on social life, okay? So at the beginning of M1, you know, we were still very much so in the heavy part of the pandemic, so everything was virtual. As I mentioned in my previous videos, you know, when things are virtual, you don't get that one-on-one interaction with people, and so it can kind of make you feel a little disconnected. So I did feel that way for a chunk of school, but as far as virtual learning goes, I actually enjoyed that part, because with virtual learning you don't have to really worry about getting up at a specific time as long as you're ready for class when class starts. And then again, you don't have to put much into getting ready, because you can go to class like in your robe if you choose to, if you don't have to have cameras on, right? So in that regard, it saved me a lot of time, a lot of energy. But I was pretty excited to be in person with my classmates and get a chance to know them a little more. And even though we had to socially distance and wear our masks and everything, still just that human one-on-one interaction, I feel like definitely made a difference in my overall experience of social life in M1. So number 2, I'm going to talk about what you probably clicked on the video for, which is more so about like academics and how hard is medical school. That's probably one of the most Googled questions. It's very Googleable. Googleable is probably not a word, but I'm gonna say Googleable. To me, it wasn't bad, actually. It was not as difficult as I thought it was gonna be, for sure. I read things, well, I used to read things before I started medical school on forums and, you know, Student Doctor Network, and just trying to get a gauge of, is it hard, or is it hard? Or is it hard? And I would say it's neither. It's none of those, right? To me, it's, again, not difficult. It's a matter of, you know, you encountering something you don't know, or experiencing something that you've never experienced. And that can be uncomfortable, I would say. It is uncomfortable at times. And you really have to sometimes push yourself, right? But for me, I look at it as a chance to grow, a chance to, you know, hone in on some skills that's going to make me a great physician. And so I like challenges. So maybe that's why I don't really think medical school is necessarily difficult. Academically, I already mentioned this in a previous video as well, which I will try to link somewhere over here. But academically, at first it was a little difficult. I mentioned that anatomy was not my strong suit, but Actually, we had to revisit anatomy in our second semester, right? Because in your organ systems classes, where you talk about, like, you might talk about the gastrointestinal system for one block. You might talk about the integumentary system, which is like dermatology and stuff, for one block, right? So when I realized that we had to go back to anatomy lab, and we had to identify structures that we had to identify even in anatomy, so it never really went away. But one thing I noticed about the second time when I went back is that I was so much better. I think it's because I learned how to, like, study. I learned what works for me. And also it helped that I had seen it before, right? But really the anatomy was kind of a blur for me because I struggled so much. But the second time I was on it. Like, I really don't hate anatomy anymore at all. I enjoy it a bit now. I can literally feel how much I improved. This time, like, the practicals and everything that we had to do for our organ systems classes were not as difficult as anatomy for me. And so for me, that really gave me a chance to see just how much I've grown. Like, from day one to now, I'm such a better student, and I know so much more, and I know way more than I thought I would at this point. So that really makes me happy. Another thing I enjoyed about my first year was the chance to go into the clinic and really just get that experience early on. I know that not every school does this, but at my school we start our preceptorships. We start that basically the first week of school. So I've actually seen myself grow in the clinic as well. I remember when I first started, I was a bit nervous, a bit hesitant. You know, I was like, I don't want to mess up in any way, right? Now I realize that it's okay to mess up. It's okay to make mistakes, and it's a part of learning. And if you're not making a mistake at some point, then maybe you're just not doing it right totally, right? Because, like, you're gonna need to grow. And that's one thing that being in the clinic has taught me, that it's okay. But also, I feel like I've grown as a student doctor in the clinic. I'm much more confident when I talk to patients now, probably because I know more now. I feel like I'm growing into this position, whereas at first I felt like I was kind of an outsider looking in on, like, a medical student. Now I feel like I'm the medical student. I feel like I'm supposed to be there. I feel like I belong, because I do. So let's talk about balance a little bit. It's really important to be balanced in medical school. Whereas at first I gave up everything that I like to do at first, like at the very, very beginning of medical school. And I was sleeping less and, you know, talking to my family less and just trying to focus solely on books. That didn't work out as well for me as when I got some balance in my life. So now, you know, one of the things I like to do is running my blog page, Desires of Diamond, talking to y'all on YouTube, Desires of Diamond. Just self-care things, you know, calling my family, things like that, and getting my sleep, at least 7 hours for me. When I started doing that, I saw my grades improve. I felt better. I looked better because my skin wasn't breaking out as much. And it's just really, really important to have that balance in your first year of medical school. It might take a little while to figure out what is my balance, but that's okay. That's a part of growing and a part of learning as a student and as an individual as well. I would say that my biggest tips, if you're about to go into your M1 year, are to definitely find someone you can study with. I have a study buddy, and we study together all the time. And I think I mentioned this as well in previous videos, but it really does help to have someone to bounce ideas off of, or to check you if you're wrong, because you don't want to keep studying the same thing over and over again and it's not the right thing, right? To get a study buddy, to keep your same schedule that you have and just make little modifications. So if you're a morning person, you probably are going to be a morning person in medical school. Like, and if you're a night owl, you're probably going to be a night owl. I made the mistake of trying to be, you know, a night owl when I knew I was a morning person. I don't know why I tried to keep up with the Joneses, right? But to basically just keep that schedule, don't make any drastic changes unless you absolutely need to, and to find that balance of, you know, like I mentioned, home and school, and to not be afraid to reach out when you need help. I feel like I did better in anatomy lab this time is because I reached out more for help as well this time from my professor, and so I think that really helped. I don't want to make this video too long, but I will be back with another one, so don't worry about it. You know, I got you. As always, remember to love yourself, to give yourself grace, and to stay positive, because you know that you're gonna be successful. It was so good to see y'all again. I missed y'all. I hope to see you here again next time, or on my social media. Again, it is linked down below. And until then, take care of yourself, okay? I'll see you later. Bye. I'm an M2. Break it down.